Hello everybody and welcome to another one of my videos. So today's video is a two-part video. The first part is an update for me in my French because I haven't been speaking a lot of French lately and I want to record something in that. And then feel free to skip ahead to the second part, which is in English about some things I do to learn a new language. Bonjour. Aujourd'hui, je vais essayer d'enregistrer pour la troisième fois ce film. Je suis très désolé si tu parles français. Je sais que j'ai un grand accent américain et je n'ai pas la meilleure grammaire, mais j'ai pu essayer. J'ai étudié français pendant 5 mois. J'ai commencé avec les enregistrements audio et j'ai écouté tous les jours comme mon chant en classe. Il y avait une voix qui disait quelque chose comme le chat, the cat, la fourchette, the fork, et quelque chose comme ça. J'ai appris beaucoup de vocabulaire comme ça pendant quelques semaines, et puis j'ai acheté un livre français et téléchargé Duolingo sur mon portable. Aussi, j'ai commencé à regarder des films en français sur YouTube et Netflix. Et au début, j'ai commencé avec des sous-titres en anglais, puis en français, puis par les sous-titres. J'avais étudié français pendant 2 mois avant de voyager à Paris. Quand je suis arrivé à Paris, j'ai pu dire quelque chose comme je voudrais un café s'il vous plaît, je suis américaine, j'habite aux États-Unis et usons les toilettes, c'est tout. Mais mon français est devenu mieux et mieux et j'ai rencontré beaucoup de gens qui parlent français et j'ai eu l'occasion de parler souvent en français. J'ai habité à Paris et voyagé autour de France pendant 6 semaines. Donc à la fin de mon voyage, j'ai pu entrer des boulangeries et demander autre chose que pain au chocolat et un café. Aussi, j'ai pu avoir des conversations avec d'autres personnes qui j'avais connues. Et j'ai pu poser des questions, parler aux gens dans le bar, donner des directions, quelqu'un en droite, quelque chose comme ça. Aussi, quand j'étais en France, j'ai acheté beaucoup de livres français. Alors, j'avais des livres à lire quand j'étais dans le métro. Au début, quand j'ai lu des livres en français, je comprenais pas beaucoup, mais en lisant plus, c'est plus facile. Aussi, quand j'ai étudié le français, j'ai des amis et un professeur qui parle français très bien et pu m'aider. Quand je suis revenu aux États-Unis, j'ai continué à étudier français avec Duolingo, les livres et des films sur Netflix et YouTube. If you made it through that French part, congratulations. I know I don't have the best French or the best French accent, but I did want to check up with myself and make a video about my French at this time. So if you are learning a new language, I have a few tips on how I started to learn French and how anyone can immerse themselves in a language before they even go to the country that speaks that language. So my first tip, and probably the most important, is you're going to want to try to immerse yourself in the language you are trying to study, and this can be done many different ways. First of all, one of the easiest ones, music and movies. Movies you can watch in another language, or if they're in English, you can put on language subtitles to help you get some of that reading comprehension and learn some more things while you're not specifically studying. Also, if you're watching movies in the language you're trying to learn, this helps with your pronunciation and your comprehension of that language. Same thing with the music. There are also a lot of podcasts out there that are great for intermediate language learners. I know Duolingo has really good podcasts that I've been using to help me learn French. And of course, at the beginning, treat it like you're a toddler. You know, you're learning a new language like an infant would. So watching really simple cartoons or reading really simple books in that language will be really helpful to you in your comprehension. So of course it really helps to get that kinetic learning in, so what I do is I keep a journal of all the new French words I learn. If I'm going through a French workbook, I will write down all the new vocabulary, and that just helps to get your written skills up to par. So some other minute things you can do to immerse yourself in a language is change your location on your social media to a country that speaks that language. Another thing you can do if you want to annoy your roommates is if you have an Alexa pod, they speak different languages. So I turned mine to French, and my roommates have to deal with that. So, and of course, when learning a new language, you're going to want to use that language as much as you can, and this can involve any creative outlet that you have, whether it be cooking, drawing, what have you. You can do all those things in a different language. Get recipes in a different language, or if you're making a story, write something down in a different language. If you're painting something, title it in a different language. And if you can, seek others who speak that language or get your friends involved in that language so you have some level of communication that you can do with somebody in another language. It really helps. There are clubs, there are apps. HelloTalk is an application that allows you to text people in a different language while they're trying to learn English. Found that really helpful, as long as you avoid creepy people. So another minute thing that's really going to help you start thinking in another language is counting. Anything you do to count, whether it be count money, counting reps at the gym, whatever, you can count in a different language. Try to think about how the words sound while you're doing whatever you're doing to count. So that brings me to my next point, thinking in another language. There are exercises you can do to start thinking in a different language before you actually master it. What I do is, before I go to bed, I try to recount my day in French, and then try to think of situations where I could speak French or that involves the French I know. And of course, in any language that you learn, there are a ton of language learning apps that are really helpful. I use Duolingo, Memrise, HelloTalk. I think that's it for now, but it's really important to have a broad spectrum of things that you do to learn that language. Just using one app or doing one thing probably won't help you as much as changing your life up a little bit to continuously learn the language throughout every day. So this has been my few tips for learning a new language and a French update for myself. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and have a good day. J'ai eu quand j'étais